Good morning and welcome to Summer on the Farm here. It's July in our second year, and if you look up in the top right corner, you're going to see a little rain cloud, which is bad for us because we have a harvesting job that we want to do pretty much right away. So we have a few different things we need to accomplish today. Oh man, look at these weeds. I just did that field yesterday. So we have a few jobs to accomplish. One is going to be to take this grain for sale. And while we're up there dumping this grain so we can harvest that grain, we are going to actually take our trailer with us because by I don't know if I'd say popular demand, but I think I had at least one person request. We're going to get a new tractor. Uh, oh no! Oh, yeah, there we go. It does have a hitch. I was about to say, don't tell me this doesn't have a hitch. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the road. I know I cut through the grass a lot. Actually, we have to cut through the grass up there unless I go past the beef cows. Uh, but I will say a quick apology about this screen tearing or whatever it is that we're seeing. That's on the game performance. It's not on my recording. We didn't have it in the entire series up to this point. I ran the update on the game today, like 30 seconds before I started playing, and it's been terrible. So that's sad for me. Um, I don't really know if it's what's going on. But anyways, I don't want to make the whole video about that. We'll go ahead and sell this. I actually didn't even look to see what the price is like. We just don't have a grain silo. So we're not really maximizing our grain price. Let's go ahead and look while it's doing that. So we have, I believe is this one is barley? Yeah, this one's barley, and it is at 516 and dropping. So this is almost the worst time of year to sell it. But like I said, we don't have grain silo, so we kind of have to deal with it. Now, I don't think it makes sense to spend $100,000 on putting in a fancy grain silo setup. You know what I mean? There are some that are maybe 25, 30, which will make sense if we're at a point that we really care. But, I know that there are some farm sim YouTubers who agonize over grain prices. And it's like, you know, 200 per thousand and you have a harvest of 10,000. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be like in the grand scheme of the game. It's not something that I worry a ton about. Okay, so here's the tractor we're gonna get. Ba-ba-da-ba. It is the Farmall. I believe we're gonna go ahead. I don't know. So the 460. Let's go ahead and take a look at this model here. So we can do up to this 560 with the D282 turbo, gets us to 80 horsepower. I mean, at the end of the day, we might as well just go. I mean, this is going to be comparable to our H. You know what I mean? We're not going to be running this for crazy stuff. Uh, Tricycle 2. What's Tricycle? Tricycle 2. Um, is it the back wheel that changes? Yeah, I like this first back wheel. So front weight. Yeah, I think we want to go with a front weight. Let's go with maybe that much, and then what is the most stock looking design? I guess that one for the seat. Oh, huh, nice, nice little detail. I think we'll go with this seat, and then fenders. Oh. So the choice is either clamshell fenders or no fenders. I feel like that's fine. Then the lights. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I'll keep them there. The main color. Would you like red, 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 or red? Oh my gosh, no. That's. I mean, it looks cool, but there's no way. So that's a glossy red. And then what is this, like a matte? Yeah, it looks like that's a shiny red. That's like showroom style. I actually do. I low-key kind of like that. I mean, it's not realistic looking, but I do kind of like that. And then, yeah, this looks like Santa's sleigh in that chrome. Okay, we'll go default. And then the rim color, that looks cool, but I don't think that's accurate, right? I mean, I know I have a blacked out tractor on this farm, so I don't really have room to talk. But I think I'm just going to go with the standard red, and then... Oh, I thought I already... Yeah, it's a bummer you can't do American plates, but... I think I did this one, and I just did the old blue, and then I can't do the whole belly, so I have to blue belly, like that. Okay. Alright, so perfect. Blue belly. Front and back. Oh, fancy. Alright, I think that's going to be cool. It's only 3,500 bucks, so, you know, we can rake and Ted and stuff with it. Let's see. Let's see how she looks. And then to go with it, we're going to buy... There's a little cultivator right here. This 5,000. So it requires 50 horse, so we can pull it with our new tractor. I'm okay with the white tines. I think that looks pretty cool. And then the extension isn't really... Nah, I don't want that. Okay. So, this looks like it's going to be difficult to get up there with a tricycle front end. Didn't think of that. Now, did you, fancy man? Okay. Oh, and it's, is that a... Wait, is that a 3-point on it? Okay. Alright. So, PTO, 3-point, and the draw bar. Okay. So, hopefully it will work. And if we have trouble getting this up on the trailer, I will just take the trailer home empty and drive this. It's not that far. But, you know, they say where there's a will, there's a way. So I am going to go... I was so close. Wasn't that close? Wasn't that close? I feel like that was close. So if I get the front wheels up on there, now can I turn enough? Nope. I don't believe I can. What if I do this way? Front wheels. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright. Oh, sweet. That doesn't seem very realistic with the wheels sticking off to the side there. So, if you guys don't tell the DOT, I won't tell the DOT, and we'll make it. So, I'd be curious to hear if any of you guys, what your position is on lime. And that, I don't mean like, do you use it or not? I mean, should I lime the field and then cultivate it so that it cultivates the lime into the ground? I believe that's the proper way to do it, but I don't have an antique lime spreader yet. So what I'm gonna do, oh, forgot to hit X. What I'm gonna do is, oh man, that is a pretty sweet looking tractor. I don't know if that'll be the thumbnail, but it certainly could be. Okay, so we have to do the same little trick here. Well, I guess coming down doesn't matter quite as much, but look at that. Looking saucy. We're looking good. Okay, we'll get this turned around here. Anyways, what I was rambling on about with the lime is it probably makes sense to lime this field now and then cultivate it. But I think what I'm going to do is cultivate it now, and then we can. Oh boy, these frames or something. We'll cultivate it now, and then we can lime it before we drill it in the spring. I think that's what we're going to go for. The question is, what's this going to do about the weeds? Will it kill the weeds, or will they come back? Because if you plow or subsoil, it gets rid of the weeds. So, who knows? What do you guys think? What do you think of this operation here? I think that looks like a game-winning thumbnail, you know? The kind that gets people to click on the video for a vintage gameplay, vintage farm. This is probably one of the most vintage things I have on the whole farm, to be honest. What I'm going to do here is do the entire headland, and then I'm actually, don't be mad at me, promise you won't be mad at me, I'm actually going to hire a worker to do some of this. I know a lot of the work on this farm we have done manually and on screen, either in a talkie video or in a time-lapse video. But this particular job, as much as I'm enjoying driving this tractor, this is a perfect addition to the fleet. So here's my question for those of you, as a reward to the people who are still watching and engaged with the farm. Do you think I should get rid of one of the other tractors? Like, do you think this farm would be better off if I kind of went smaller or older? Like, does it feel like I have too many modern tractors? I think the 5388? I believe that's a mid-80s tractor. So if we feel like, hey, let's go even further back in time, like, we could have the H, and then we could do this 460 and go get a 560 and get rid of all the bigger stuff. I don't think we have an older combine, though. I think this combine we're using is the oldest by, like, 30 years. I don't think there's anything even close to it available to us. So that would be the one hang up as far as I'm concerned. Oh, not that far. I didn't mean to go over here. But anyways, so we'll get somebody going on that. And then I'm going to hop in the combine and start on our field here. So we're still at the 1420. This is what I was talking about, though. This is old-ish. This is an old-ish combine, but it's not super old. It's, I think I said in the last episode I was jibber-jabbering about this, and I guesstimated that it was probably mid-80s. So I don't know. I don't believe there's any Case IH combines in the game that are any older than this. There was a pull type. There was a pull type out there. Whoa, what is our worker doing here, bro? He is... You're off your rock, or what is going on? No. You jumped the shark there, homie. Stopped manually, that's one way to put it. This person drives like me. Alright. Let's try again. I had when I very first started, well, I shouldn't say that. I was playing FS19 a while ago. It was my first themed farm, I do remember that. And I decided to do, no, not, there you go. I decided to do this kind of farm, but I wasn't I wasn't making content for it at the time, but I had an old, I want to say it was maybe a 706, something like that. And it hadn't gone through the same rigorous modding process of some more modern mods. I'll put it that way. But anyways, that tractor went through a field like this, and then when it got to the end of the field, it just kept going into the into the neighbors. That was not great. I had to go track it down and bring it back. So when you hire an AI worker, see, like this guy's he's gonna lose it here. He's not gonna turn around, right? Let's watch. Are you gonna turn around and come back? All right, touche, touche, sir. Oh, that's a pretty sweet picture too. You know what? If you guys like seeing pictures of this equipment and you're not following me on Instagram, you should hop over there. Although I will say, I don't just share pictures of tractors. I also share pictures of the other games that I play on my main channel, which is a little more like strategy and simulation style games. But I do like to share screenshots a good bit, and sometimes I even share things there that are not part of the recordings. So if you want to feel like you're getting some kind of behind the scenes shots of the content, that'd be a place to go check it out. But what a little dinky field this is, huh? This was, for those of you that are OGs that have been with this series since the very, very beginning, this is one of the first jobs we did. I think it was episode 3, 2 or 3. We put in this little guy here with that old big plow. Completed. Yeah, that's right. You completed it. Completed giving me a headache is what you completed doing. Why does it interpret this? I know that sometimes these things have a hard time if it's not an actual field, like it's not the giant software designated paint the property of the field a field. So it could be that. Go get him. Got a new worker. It's a new worker every time. You ever notice that? They could introduce a farm economy where you hire workers longer term. That'd be something. Alright, let's get in there. So this is wheat. For some reason I thought I had planted oats over here. But it's wheat. So we had barley in the bigger field, wheat in this one. So one thing we're going to do, I think I may have already said this in a previous episode, but we are going to extend this field down to the tree line like that one is. And we're going to call these two the twin fields, even though that one is a little bit bigger. I still would like to make a dirt road down along the fence down there, and then in that little bit of ground, I would like to put in, well, originally I wanted to put in an orchard, but despite looking several times, I haven't really found the kind of mod that I want for that. So I would still like to put something like useful, but not crazy huge down there. We don't have space for anything crazy huge. But I don't want to do like a production facility or anything like that. I may just plant trees. Alright, we're coming up on 70%, so I think I will dump this before I head back the other way. This is pretty much looks like it's going to be 2 combines worth. Is he going to back up the whole way? I don't know. I don't know what he's got in mind here. Did you? How about you let me handle that? I don't know what it is about this turning around down here that it doesn't like. It should be harder down there where there's trees, you know? This should be the easy part. Maybe it doesn't like the road. It's maybe the path, the pathing doesn't like the road. I don't know. Is that gonna miss that tiniest little bit? It is. Perfect. Okay, well, try that on for speed. Oh, what am I gonna do? We'll just tab. Oh, it's the truck. We have to get into the combine. Okay. Wow, that wheat looks pretty good in there. Looking pretty tasty. Alright. So, I haven't heard a lot from the community in terms of whether you guys want to see more finishing the job or you want me to do the majority of the work, like active on a recording where I'm narrating it. But one thing I am noticing is that watch time isn't amazing on some of these longer full job videos. So if you want to keep seeing these things, please do watch to the end. Um, it helps me a lot, and it lets me know that, like, the question really for me is, if I'm gonna do like these two jobs we're doing right now. These are two jobs clearly need to be done on the farm. Do you want to see the whole thing start to finish, or do you want to see like 5 minutes of it and then you're like, okay, we get the point? So what I can do with the rest of it is I can either do a time lapse like I do with the finishing the job, or I can just cut it off and I can do it off screen and then show you the next job when we come back. And I feel like there's a healthy split in the farm sim community around which of those things we prefer, and that's okay. But what I need to figure out is what is my way. There's different FS YouTuber ways of doing it. What is my way? And if you guys feel strongly about it, you can let me know, and we'll go from there. But a couple of cool little jobs here. I am inclined to go ahead and pull the plug on this episode here at the end of the row, and I will probably finish this job off screen, and that job maybe as a finishing the job. I don't know. But that's where I'm at in my creative process. That's what I'm thinking about. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the farm. Hopefully, things feel immersive and fun and like the old days that aren't that long ago, but long enough ago. And hopefully, you're enjoying the playthrough. My name is Bluebelly. I play simulation games, including on this channel, Farming Simulator 22. Bye for now.